What are the three levels of fasting? Al-Ghazali rahimahullah mentions that fasting is of three levels. Measure yourself according to them. Sawmul umum, the fasting of the majority of people. Sawmul khusus, the fasting of the elite. And Sawmul khusus al-khusus, the fasting of the elite of the elite. As for the first, the fasting of the majority of people, this is a description of a fast that is entry level. It's at the most basic order. This person who is fasting will just refrain from food and drink and sexual desires. But they may give their tongues free rein to backstab, to swear, to lie, to engage in gossip. They may even allow their eyes free rein to stare at the prohibited, their eyes to listen, their ears to listen freely to all that which is impermissible. This kind of fasting is lacking and it is weak, to say the least. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, مَنْ لَمْ يَدَعْ قَوْلَ الزُّورِ وَالْعَمَلَ بِهِ وَالْجَهْلَ فَلَيْسَ لِلَّهِ حَاجَةٌ أَنْ يَدَعَ طَعَامَهُ وَشَرَابَهُ. Whoever does not give up false speech and acting upon it, and ignorant behavior, then Allah has no need of him to give up his food and drink. And he would say, alayhi salatu wasalam, رُبَّ صَائِمٍ حَظُّهُ مِنْ صِيَامِهِ الْجُوعُ وَالْعَطَشُ وَرُبَّ قَائِمٍ حَظُّهُ مِنْ قِيَامِهِ السَّهَرُ. There may be a person who is fasting who gets nothing from his fast other than hunger and thirst. And there may be a person who prays all night and he gets nothing from his prayer except a sleepless night. Do you understand the meaning? The meaning is, as Maymun ibn Mahran, he said, إِنَّ أَهْوَنَ الصَّوْمِ تَرْكُ الطَّعَامِ وَالشَّرَابِ. The easiest type of fasting is to stay away from food and drink. That's the fasting of the generality of people. What is the point of this type of fasting? Yes, you'll tick the box of you have fasted in the eyes of Allah, you've carried out the obligation, but what's the purpose of it? Where you abstain from what is usually permissible, food and drink and marital relations, only then to act upon what is always impermissible. That's like someone who builds a house whilst destroying the city. That's the first level. The second level of fasting is Sawmu al-Khusus, the fasting of the elite. This is a fast that involves not only a restraint from the physical nullifiers of fasting, but a restraint of the hearing and the sight and the tongue and the hand and the foot and other physical faculties from committing sin. This was the understanding of fasting according to the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. Jabir, the companion of the Prophet, he said that when you fast, let your ears and your eyes and your tongue fast from false statements and sins. Refrain from harming your neighbor and be defined by elegance and composure on the day of your fasting. And don't make the day of your fasting similar to the day when you are not. Similar to the day when you are not. You have to be different. You carry yourself differently because I am fasting. So the one who does that, i.e. she restrains his or her limbs from acting upon the prohibited, they have carried out the fast of the elite. As the Prophet ﷺ, he said, لَيْسَ الصِّيَامُ مِنَ الْأَكْلِ وَالشُّرْبِ إِنَّمَا الصِّيَامُ مِنَ اللَّغْوِ وَالرَّفَثِ. True fasting is not about avoiding food and drink. It's about avoiding improper talk and inappropriate behavior. Then you have the third level, the fasting of the elite of the elite. This is a fast which involves freeing yourself from the worldly thoughts and lowly concerns, where mind is consumed by Allah, such that every other thought is evicted. That is the fasting of the prophets and the Siddiqun, and those who are near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is the most sublime of levels. We ask Allah to allow us to reach that third category. Worship is perfected when the heart, the king of the limbs, is focused entirely on Allah and not distracted from Him. And whoever fasts in this true sense, involving his heart and his or her physical faculties, they have seized the highest offerings of fasting in this life and the next. So these levels, they are real because people, they do vary immensely in their fasting.